All right, man. All right. All right, so here it is.
Immediately, this angle makes it look like I'm about to snitch on the hood. Looks like you done already gave me the food.
All right, yeah. Now, where were you? No. That's funny. That's super funny. Automatically, you get a joke before the intro. That's good. So, episode 7, Bite-Worthy. I'm here with a Bite-Worthy comedian. Bite-Worthy is a term that I say it every time that I coined, and hopefully it catches on. Biting material in the industry is not something we want to do. It means you're stealing, but we don't do that. But someone who is bite-worthy is good enough to steal from this comedian. No exception. I'm here with, you know him as Thai Chili. So that actually goes into my first question. Episode 7, thank you guys. I actually don't know your actual name. Is it Thai?
No.
Okay, what is I don't even know your actual name.
I won't ever say that on camera.
Okay.
Thai is a name that's kind of been with me for a while. It's like a blend of a lot of different things.
Okay. Gotcha.
The chili just comes from I be cold a lot.
You said that. I thought that was a joke, but it's I just
be cold.
Always long sleeve and jacket in it.
Sweatpants in the summer.
You're the opposite of most Georgia people. They'll wear shorts in the winter. I don't do that.
Is disgusting to me, and it always brings up like the snowpocalypse memory of 2014. There was someone in my neighborhood who had cargo shorts and flip-flops on. He was juggling a flaming torch. Yeah. Marietta is weird.
Yeah, I was about to say, you live in Marietta, or you live at the Ren Fair? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, now, you play this tape out to the end, you get famous, are you keeping Thai Chili? We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I'm definitely never dropping the government.
Okay, dropping the government name. Well, my name, I wrote a joke on the way here about my name being Ryan, and there's a term being called short king that's being used. I'm like, I'm all right with that because I'm 5'5". Ryan in Polish means it's true, yeah, man, yeah. It's so being Polish in Polish, Ryan means little king, but I'm Italian, so it means another thing. So I wrote a joke about that. So I see online you train your dog often. And first off, how do you pronounce her name? Is it
D-O-G?
D-O-G. That's what I put. It's a D, because I'm like, deconstruct this. It's a D, and it's O-G, like O-G-E.
You
OG.
get it.
Yeah, I got it. I figured out, okay. Having 5 myself, temporarily have 6.
Jeez.
And I don't have a landlord, so I can say that, and I don't have to lie anymore. What's a tip for all those people who are training their dog in obedience or tricks or anything? What's a tip for people who struggle with that?
Consistency.
Okay, keep doing it.
Consistency. Take time out, even if it's 5 minutes every day.
I would agree with that, because I learned I actually took a dog training course for 6 weeks, and they're like, hey, you have to keep this up, even if it's just like a little bit. And you don't have to give them large pieces of food. We would cut up hot dogs in a tiny little bit. And they don't know the difference between like a fillet or a tiny bit. They're just like treat.
For them, it's just the reward. It's the reward. Yeah. Like, my dog sees like my family a lot, and my family is not. My grandfather's a dog trainer, and he's like the one who inspired me to like do the dog training. But the rest of my family is not dog training kind of people. They're just like, oh, what a pretty animal.
Yeah.
Do what you want.
That's it. Let them do it. That's fine. I like to have my dogs pretty well trained, because we have 5 varying different levels of intelligence. That's for sure. One's retarded, and the rest.
Dogs be, There's some off ones.
Yeah. But I have my dog that I've had, because I had 2. My lady had 3. We combined households, so yeah. Now we got 5. But I saw sit, down, crawl. I have yours is like dragging on the ground. I do this. So it's like it's very similar. And I actually, those 2 that know the most tricks, pit mixes. One's a pit Boston Terrier. The other's a pit bull Basenji mix. So yeah, crazy mix. So it's really cool to see like your obedience training, and you're good at it, by the way.
Pit bulls are just really workable dogs. They're sharp,
man.
They just need that time.
Yeah.
That's it. you know?
Yeah.
I went over to this girl's house in Atlanta recently. She's also a comedian. There's this pit bull that she's working with. I think he used to fight or something. He's so sweet and he's huge. He's like 85 pounds, but
a big dog.
You know, he's also super nervous. And I'm just like, oh, okay, nobody's doing this breakdown with you every day thing yet.
Yeah.
It's all about just taking the time out and just doing it over and over.
Okay, you could probably apply that to any discipline, but for dog training. Okay, good. And I don't know, you said you moved here not long ago. I don't know you very well. Where are you from?
So when I came to Atlanta, it was like right as the pandemic was about to become a quarantine.
Oh God, good call. Yeah.
Terrible timing.
It's awful.
It's the origin story is truly horrible. But I left San Francisco at that time. I was living out there.
You talked about SF earlier. Okay.
Yeah. I like the Bay Area, but I like SoCal the most. You know what I
can
mean?
see that. If I were to travel to California, I would want to visit there because it's, I mean, that weather, you can't.
It's beautiful. It's the best in the country.
Yeah. You can't mess with that. That's good stuff.
I want to do Vegas next.
Vegas is fun.
I shouldn't say that on camera.
But let me tell you, Vegas is amazing. It's a beautiful town. Don't forget this one thing. It can get cold there.
Oh yeah.
It can get freezing cold. And you being chilly, you need to definitely bring. Oh, it's sorry, you're good. You're good.
No, I need to almost walk.
Cross in, you're good. This is a restaurant, live action happens. So go to Vegas, but bring a jacket, don't forget. Please don't, because I forgot and I was like, oh, it'll be hot. No, wrong.
Not every night.
So San Fran, huh? Laid back, a little bit more. You a Niners fan?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Couldn't care about football.
All right.
It's funny, the Super Bowl was there the year that I moved there.
Yeah.
We also had the Warriors versus the Raptors situation going on. And both times San Francisco lost. And I felt like the worst good luck charm. But what was really like hilarious was the night that the Warriors lost, I'm out in the town moving around and shit. And I see some people leaving a bar wearing Warriors gear. And they're just yelling out, "Fuck Toronto!" And he was so mad, bro. I was like, Toronto is so far.
Yeah, well, come on.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, you yell across the border.
I hate the six. Like, Drake is a terrible export. Like, it's not. He didn't do anything.
You're like, we hate poutine and maple syrup.
How dare you give us French French women?
Right.
I hate that.
Yeah. Okay, so every time I see you, every time I've seen you a fair amount of time. Limerick, roll call, different places. And you're a smiling, positive dude. And that's infectious in a good way. So are you always this positive? You always been that way?
I be pretty high, doggy.
Okay, all right.
We're around a lot of funny people, and then we're around so many funny people that when we see people who aren't funny, we can still have fun.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
It's just a foolproof positivity way to go about it.
I'm just wavy when you see me.
Okay.
I would say that, like,
wavy. That's a good one.
Sometimes I lose that ability to stay in my zone and just be able to let things fly off.
I get that.
And there are people who know that now, even under this new moniker.
Okay.
Which I didn't think was going to happen. I really thought that it's
a nice surprise, huh?
Yeah, no, not nice. Because I don't like not feeling like I'm in control and being able to keep things peaceful.
I drive everywhere for that same reason, because I'm in control. I got that. But I've just noticed that you're always smiling, always positive, never seen you in a bad mood. And when I run into people a lot and that's always the same, that's a good thing. That's nice to see, because I see the same comics a lot. And that's not a bad thing most of the time. and they got sometimes they got some sour faces, and that's life. I get it, but you seem like you just always nice and.
This man Ryan called y'all sour pussies.
Some of you guys on some days, but let me tell you, Delano said this is one of those, and it's so funny. He said this is one of those sets where I drive home with no music. Dude, I live an hour from any venue, so let me tell you, I didn't listen to a whole album one time because I bombed so hard. Yeah,
Jeez.
but sour after that, I've been there, so I gotcha. So
you're just listening to the rhythms of your breathing.
Yeah, just wrestling.
The hums of your car and shit.
Wrestling with my thoughts of, should I do this? Is everything a mistake? Why am I here? Am I really funny?
Every bump in the tire is
how should I end it? How should I do it? Is it really selfish of me to kill myself for comedy? No, that's what I think. But then I'm like, you know what? It's a bad set, whatever. And then I think about it, and I'm like, okay. You think about all the other times you got laughs, and it balances itself out.
Bad sets are so funny to me. They always say like, oh, it's normal to eat shit when you first start out. Oh, everyone eats shit. Everyone eats shit. No one ever tells you that eating shit tastes the exact same as the metal in your gun.
Oh, that's so. You better keep that line, or I'm taking it. That's a good one. It's a bite-worthy comment you just made. So you picked Mexican. Pick Mexican food. Surprisingly, you're the first comic to do so. So I ask you a silly question. Do you think you can rock a sombrero?
There's a picture of me on the internet. You'll never be able to find it.
Good luck.
I'm 10 years old at my birthday party at a Mexican restaurant wearing a sombrero.
So you can. Okay.
I can. I've been pulling it off for a long time. I don't think I can wear them anymore with my hair though.
Yeah.
It's changed a lot. I had a mohawk then.
You get a mohawk?
Yeah, Chuck Liddell style. I had
just the Mookie G.
Because I couldn't pull off the punk rock shit. When I first told my barber what I wanted to do like the spiky hair punk rock shit. It didn't work out. That's not my hair type.
Let me tell you, actually, I think I only know of one African American punk rock band called Bad Brains. They were around in the 80s. Killer band. One of the best punk rock bands, period, let alone African American ones. It's hard to pull off, but most of them had dreads because they were mostly Rastafarian.
That's good, because when you first said that, I imagined them as British.
No.
And the lead singer's name was Nigel immediately.
No, that'd be sick. I don't know if I'd respect him more or less. I don't know, but that'd be cool.
Nigel with the leather pants is also a person with a switchblade in those leather pants.
For sure.
That's a fact.
Hell yeah, Nigel. You don't mess with a Nigel. You don't dog the Queen. God save the Queen. So let me ask. The question would be if you couldn't rock a sombrero, but you can. So who else do you know, comic-wise, could rock a sombrero? Because you've been a lot of comics. You've been around. I see you out about.
I've played Jeremy Bertoni's card game. Yeah, I know people. Ben Brown could definitely rock a nice sombrero if he really tried.
Nobody's gonna say anything otherwise. Yeah.
I can't imagine you
Plus
could.
He's tall. He's tall enough. He's
the nicest guy. You're gonna say, hey,
sweetest.
Get your.
He is the sweetest dude. You're right.
I hate how genuine you're being right now. He's a very nice dude.
One of the nicest guys in comedy, rocking a sombrero. Nobody's gonna say, yeah, that checks out. Not even cultural appropriation, nothing. Nobody's gonna call him out.
I want to know the person who wants to tip off that hat. I just want to see what's their heart like. You know what I mean? What have they been through? They say the funniest people have been through the worst damage. That person is hilarious.
Well, yeah. I used to live in a car, and I guess I get some laughs. So I guess that works. I think the person who I think would rock a sombrero, Murray Saidi. You know Murray? Loud Persian Cheech and Chong. Yeah. That's him.
I love Murray because every time I see him, I feel like it changes the amount of teeth in his mouth. It's the best guessing game.
He is so funny. And he's such a character. He doesn't have to do anything to be funny. And that's, those people, I envy those people. So, I thought it was you that had an Uber joke, but it wasn't. But your joke, let me give you a big compliment here. As a clean comedian, Your J-Day Christian Mingle joke is a great example of a nearly perfect, clean joke.
Thank you.
Because you say, Alhamdulillah, did it cause a kerfuffle? The fact that you have a Christian dating profile and a Jewish profile not being either, and you use an Islamic phrase with a Yiddish phrase, perfect.
I just
no
love the
cursing,
blend.
nothing. It's just so dumb and silly and funny and clever and everything.
Thank
So
you.
I gotta give you props. That's so far my favorite joke as a clean comedian. So that's a bite-worthy bit of yours.
Thank you, my dog.
Is there any like bit that you can think of that is like a good clean joke that you are like that's well written but it's so silly? Because we talked about Brian Regan
A lot of my
earlier.
favorites are like really disgusting, degenerate people.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that. I have a lot of those as comics and stuff.
Went into some ideas and all of them are like, and then I kicked her in the pussy, and it's not. Even when you ask me what is my best bit, I thought about a joke that I'm writing right now, and it's not clean at all. I don't do too much clean on purpose.
So maybe that's what makes it so good, is because it's out of character. It's
Yeah.
out of pocket for you. It's not the norm. And sometimes those jokes can be some of the funniest. I don't do a lot of riffing in crowd work. I'm not Delano. I'm not a lot of the other guys that are good at it. I can be okay.
Shauna Kendi is great.
Shauna he'll make a whole set about just being like, look at the way I look, dude, ha, bro. He'll do that. It's super funny. Doesn't have to do anything.
I once saw
No
Shauna
material.
do 15 minutes on 7 people in a 12-person room.
That math that's a lot of math right there.
Dying.
That's comedy math. So if you have 15 minutes on 7 people out of 12 for 100%,
Success rate.
that equals success.
He never not got us all to laugh. He's great with the crowd work. I personally don't like crowds enough. I don't really want people to talk to me.
Shut up and laugh at my jokes.
That's kind of my whole thing.
I
Say
get
hello
that.
after.
Because it does.
Get some edibles.
It does invite people to interact, and sometimes that's not the best thing.
Right.
You want it to be like, I present my material. And that's not always what that's not what they want to hear sometimes, and it's hard to do that when you're not a riffing, joking comedian, or maybe if you're not like a mean person that wants to make fun of like a guy's silly jacket or something.
Oh no, I'm mean, but like I said,
okay.
I be high, doggy. It's not, they don't always roll as fast.
I get you. You take a minute to get there.
I
But
don't want the
I
crowd
think
to
your
see
pace
me
is-
thinking about it.
I think your pace is good enough. You're chill. You're good enough to where you can be like, you know what? Is this, is that a ferret on your head or is that your wife? Blah blah blah. Blah. Whatever. Some dumb, stupid
sounds like
thing
a
that you
fucking Rodney
say.
Dangerfield joke.
Yeah. But sometimes it
not
might.
your wife.
I think that if you were to like pause, you have this chilled, wavy demeanor that I think you could probably get away with it. I would encourage you to try it a little more. Yeah, step out that little comfort zone. Do it. I had a joke where I just, one of my punchlines ends on the word butthole. We talked about this. And this kid goes, haha, butthole. Like he's a young kid, but I'm like, kind of played with the audience. And my best friend, who doesn't think I'm funny at all, best friend of 21 years, he's like, none of your jokes made me laugh ever. It's like, oh, love you too, man. But he's like, because I'm like, I don't have to stoop to talking about dick jokes, and he's just like, you just said butthole for a joke, and that's it. And so what I did that just because the kid was doing that, and I'm like, what, does that make you laugh? And that's like the most, I think, interaction that I've had with someone. That's pretty much it. I have to write crowd work into my, like when I write the words, parentheses, crowd work, parentheses, and then I write the joke. Because if it's not in front of me and I don't memorize it, I'm not going to do it.
At best for preparation of crowd work, sometimes before I go up, I might see someone and think of something that I think is funny.
Oh, yeah.
And say that midway and maybe expand on it. But most times I try, if I'm going to do crowd work, I try and just do it off of, I see you here and you've given me something to talk about. My first ever heckler was a positive person.
I had the same thing. I had the same thing. This girl, I was at Limerick, and she goes, and wasn't boo, wasn't you suck. She goes, everything's a learning experience. That's what I said. I was like, oh, I'd rather have you just Will Smith me. You know, that's what I'd rather, those are the things that, it's not fun to eat shit, but let me tell you, if you bomb on stage, it can definitely lead to a good joke. And it has both. Every time that I bomb, it has led to a material.
It's crazy because I wasn't even bombing. She just said, keep going.
Like I wasn't gonna?
Right.
Oh man, good thing you said something because I was about to stop.
I told the crowd, I'll leave you with this, and she thought it was really my last joke. It's never your last joke. And she said, that was in 3 minutes, and wanted me to keep going. I was like, I'm gonna.
Was she the one that was giving you the light? What was going on?
She was hilarious. She was drunk and wanted to see comedy, and she enjoyed mine after not enjoying a lot of people's.
We'll take that as a compliment. We'll chalk it up to pleasing the crowd.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome.
Man.
That's funny. That's super funny. Yeah, she said everything's a lurking experience, or keep going. Those are the funny ones. I haven't had a rude heckler.
Oh, that's nice.
Not yet. Well, my jokes, I don't think they're offensive enough to be like ooh boo, or they're not.
Nice haircut.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to insult really, and I guess I should work on it. Maybe I should work on heckler-worthy material. I don't know.
This guy Ryan's about to start doing crowd work, picking fights.
Yeah. Hey, you're 6 foot. How's the weather up there, nerd? I don't know. I couldn't. Yeah. See, I'm not even bad. I can't even fake do it. So, yeah.
You look like you couldn't make it into the NBA despite your advantages.
Yeah. I'm 5'5". I have a better chance.
Oh shit!
But you know what?
Muggsy Boguesy right here.
Muggsy Boguesy. That's a name drop. He's like one of 4 people ever that are under 5'8" in the NBA that have ever played.
Crazy.
He was nuts. He was a good baller,
5'3" and could dunk.
Dude, I can't even. I don't think I could touch the net. Like, my body is so Caucasian and is not built for basketball.
This is so funny.
You put a football in my hand, it's a different ball game. But literally a different ball game.
We were in middle school testing everyone's ability, and I don't remember anyone who couldn't touch and hold the rim.
Well, you know one now.
I couldn't dunk. I've never been able to dunk. I'll give you that.
But you're
solidarity.
No.
Haven't you seen the movie?
Yeah, what's up? Are you born? Yeah, are you born with Jordans on? Like,
that's good.
That's funny, man. But that's, you know what? That's 21 minutes. We're gonna keep it here. Do you have anything to promote? Any shows coming up?
Follow my Instagram. Thai Chili, TAICHILLY_comedy. I get cold and I'm not that creative.
That's a good tagline. That's a good motto. Well,
thanks, man.
That's it. I appreciate you coming out. Episode number 7.
Follow
that's
my
it.
guy Ryan. The food was incredible.
I didn't cook it. I just paid for it. So.
I like that you have this short form version of comedians in cars getting coffee. You just made it comedians chewing.
Yeah, comedians chewing with other comedians. Well, luckily we don't, masticate on film or anything. We don't
worry
chew
about it, man. There's an ASMR channel for the Patreon people. They'll get it.
That'll be my 3rd channel. Comedian chewing ASMR. This is my last set. Nom nom. All right, that's it. Thanks, guys. That's funny.